And one of the reasons that I note that this is not worth $20 million is because today I want to talk about some of the best investments that you can make in Arizona right now. Before we get into all the boring things, the first thing would be if you live in anything long enough, it'll be a great investment. If you're going to live in this home for 6 to 8 years, it will always pay off. But I want to talk about today specifically. I'm going to be adjusting some settings here. I'm on MLS. I want to be talking about homes in Gilbert that I think you should be considering. Now, this video is going to be not for everybody. It's going to be talking about an acre in Gilbert. This is what I believe to be the secret best investment possible, but it comes at a price. So why I say that an acre in Gilbert is going to be one of the best investments you can make. If you look at real estate as a whole, as things have gotten smaller and smaller, we start to look at these zero lot line homes. We start to look at no one having a yard. We look at New York and they start going vertical. Gilbert in Arizona specifically is going to continue to grow. That is just a fact. The population is going to continue to rise. And at some point, there's going to be an issue with room. They're going to have to start demolishing things. They're going to have to start building tighter. We're already seeing that lots are shrinking and they're getting smaller and smaller. So if you want one of the best investments possible, it's going to be having some land and it's going to be an acre. If you start to think about holding value the most, things are going to drop, but what won't be dropping is going to be land. It is going to be an acre. It is going to be the only thing that you cannot get. You can create more smaller, taller homes, but you cannot get the land back. So this is a search that I set up that's just Gilbert with 1 acre. So we can see what we're looking at here. There's only 28. If I take off the acre requirement, there are 690 homes available. So already you have only 28 options because this is so rare. Now there is nuance to it. Do you want an acre in city or in county? You can see right here, county lot. You can see a lot of these county island. This is going to be a little bit up to the user. For the most part, if we're talking about investment's sake, for purpose of owning it for the long term and having no values tank, you want it in the city. And let's just explain why. So if I pop up this one right here, Brooks Farm, County Island, let's check it out on a map. If I go here to Monsoon, this is a county assessor sort of website. Let's see if I can make it light for you guys, a little bit easier to see. You know, I'm a dark mode guy. What can I say? So if we look at the map here, when you're in county, it is essentially the lawless land. You can do whatever you want, right? If you want to be a cowboy, you can go do that. If you want to park a massive mobile home on your home, you can do that. A massive RV, something real unattractive. If you want to have an ugly thing going on in your home, you could do it. The thing is, at this price point, the reason why it's more valuable to be in city is because things are more put together. You are never going to have to deal with the randomness of county. This lot here, worth $1 million. Let's say someone were to scrap this and they were to build something that we saw here, Pecos 17002. Let's say we saw this start to be built. You're on this main road, already kind of funky, but let's say that now your neighbor puts the junkiest thing in the world. This neighbor here that you're sharing this line with, all of a sudden decides that they want to start just storing piles of trash, kind of like this guy seemed to do before they built. Do you think that helps or hurts your home value? Right? It's going to hurt. So if this video is talking about an investment that's going to last, county is not going to be it. Let's just look at this county, for example. If we go down the street here, this one's okay. This one we can't really see. It's a little well kept up. For the most part, it seems like this is a pocket that has stayed solid. But what if randomly this guy decides, hey, I got this maker of back support, 4 Seasons mattress, 5th wheel trailer. Like, do you think this is something you want to see driving every day to your home? I'd guess if you're $1 million, $5 million buyer, probably not. If we continue down this street, this one in particular may not have much things that are crazy, but you start to get more stuff like this. And, you know, I'm not saying there's anything against living a cowboy lifestyle or having to need to park all these big vehicles and have this stuff. But if I am wanting high values and I want it to last, I don't know if I want to have to deal with the possibility that my $5 million home that is already on a main road, it has to deal with more things, more hiccups, more issues. I just don't want to deal with that. So today, this is what I want to show you. When you're looking at $1 million homes, this is going to be the biggest difference. If we look at something like here on Red Rock, it is in Val Vista Place. So you know it's got an HOA. You know it's in city because it's in the city of Gilbert. We got subdivision, Val Vista Place. It's not the nicest home. It's not the fanciest home. You could probably do a lot more to this. But if you were to buy in this area, this is very, very rare. Imagine you want to live in this part of town, right here, and you want an acre. You have almost no option. Look at this. This here is value. Look how small these lots are. They're minuscule. This guy has something incredible on his hands. If we go to look at, I found one more that was a little inexpensive right here, Meadowview Gilbert. This is one that is going to be, again, in an HOA. You can see Greenfield Acres. It's 1.25 million. It's been sitting on the market for 42 days. So you know that there's some money to be made here. It looks like it's owned by Redfin. Let's take a look at that. No, okay, so it's just being listed by Redfin. But look at this neighborhood now. If we compare it, if we have a little bit of contrast, these homes are all going to be a very different style. So if we're just opening into the neighborhood, now we are in a non-county island. These are gonna have to be put together homes. So before we were seeing trailers and we were seeing horses, and now we're seeing things like this. Let's keep going down. Well-maintained, manicured land. We got big palm trees, big beautiful trees here. Again, another nicer home. Let's go a little bit deeper down the street. Another one, a beautiful one-story custom home. Let's go deeper down here. Tree-lined streets. Let's check down the street. Another good-looking home, another good-looking home. But you're not seeing anything crazy. Like, sure, this guy's got his lawnmower out, whatever. You just know that this area is going to be locked in for the long run. So this home right here on Meadowview Drive might be one of the most valuable pieces of real estate currently for sale on the market in Arizona at its price. Because if I go up now, Home Place Acres, 3.1 million. Arlington Estates, 2.7 million. We got Custom Home, 2.6. When you see meets and bounds, this is how you know that it's going to be county. So we don't worry about that. Greenfield Acres at 1.2. We got county. Let's see here. If we go down our list here, Claxton, my friend Matt is actually the one listing this one. It doesn't say. We go here, Gilbert, suburban, maybe, but we got more county. We got another one county, another one county, another one county. This one, I can almost guarantee you is going to be county. Just look where it's located. It's on the middle of nowhere, on the canal. This one, we already showed you, Red Rock. This one, same sort of situation. I don't think they've listed it, but if we look here, this screams county. I mean, we can just see what's going on here. This guy's got... this guy's got a crazy pool, tennis court, basketball. This guy's got a bigger basketball court than he does home. You get the feeling that this is county. We go down again. Acre property with no HOA, likely county, another county. So my point here, I hope you can see it, is if you want to buy value right now and you're looking to buy, you're moving from California, maybe another state that has a bunch of money and you want to pour it into something that you know is going to last a potential recession or downturn, something like this on Meadowview Drive, I would absolutely check out. It's a really solid home, it looks like, for what it is currently. It could use some updates, but this is something that's going to last forever. If we go look on the map, I just want to show you guys one more thing. A lot of these Circle G ranch type neighborhoods that people have bought into, something like Greenfield Acres, but just something with a lot of land. If we go down to... right here, we can see Circle G Ranch. So I know some people that live in this neighborhood, and you can see the homes are trading 1.5, 1.7, 1.6, 1.5. Let's go back to a full year here. you can see that this is a more expensive neighborhood. This one is $3.3 million. Let's check it out. So it's been on the market 188 days. It was listed at 3.5. Now it's 3.25. I don't think this home is worth that value today. You can tell just by it not selling. Obviously, it is super unique. It's very grand, 7,200 square feet. But this is the thing that I want to show you. If we look at its history, this family right here bought it in 2020 for 1.8, and now they're trying to sell for 3.2. But now you go even further down. This family here, looks like they owned it for $90,000 and then they probably put a home on it and put a mortgage for $500,000. But now imagine we're years from now, you buy your home for this one for 1.2, right? This is your $500,000. There's no reason that this isn't increased to this same value. And this isn't gonna happen in these other neighborhoods. If we go just down the street here to something that is not gonna be a acre land, it's not gonna be in one of these estates, one of these Circle Gs. Let's look at the exact same thing. This home was bought in 2004 for $354,000, and now they're selling it for $974,000, which you might be saying that's still great, but for how much appreciation that we've seen in the last literally 22 years, had you just bought the right home to begin with, you could have such a bigger increase in value. You would be getting so much more back. This guy, $500,000 versus this guy's $354,000. He's selling it for $974,000. He's selling it for $3.2 million. Sure, it might not sell for $3.2 million. Sure, there might be some updates to the home, but this is the difference in buying something like an acre in Gilbert versus buying in a typical HOA neighborhood. Now, if you're in a starting home position, if you're not in the ability where you can afford this, that's okay. We can work our way up there. We can do a different model where we buy a home for personal residence, live in it for a few years and rent it out. We can work our way up. But if you have money today, if you're looking to invest in Gilbert, Arizona, if you're looking to buy the absolute best real estate and you can afford it, I would 1,000% be looking for 1 acre minimum in city in Gilbert. I would not buy county. And I just want to show you one more time this home. I made a video on it. I'll link in the description below. It is listed for $20 million. It will never sell. It is not worth $20 million. You can see here, look at the history. 20 million, 20 million, 20 million, all the way from February 13th, 2024. We are almost 2 years on market trying to sell 20 million. And one of the reasons that I note that this is not worth $20 million is because it is in county right here. Look at your neighbors. You have by far the nicest, most massive, just chaos here. Look, this is 2 separate homes, 4 even, the size of 1 lot. And this guy, he might put a giant RV out front. This guy, he might just say, screw it, mobile homes for everybody. This is not worth $20 million. And one of those reasons is because it is county, not city. I hope the right audience found this video helpful. If you made it this far, let me know your thoughts. Check out this video if it is worth $20 million. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.